Hey everybody, Hunter here. In today's video, I'm continuing to use my Trick Room team. So our first opponent we're going up against is also a Calyrex Ice Rider team. And you see that they have a few Pokemon that we have as well. So we're gonna have to choose who we want to use to beat them. I think my strategy here is gonna be to go for Trick Room in hopes that the Pokemon I bring are actually slower. So we go Tapu Stack. You know what? I'm gonna leave Tapu and Calyrex. I'm gonna bring Torkoal in the back. And then I feel like Zapdos is a good bring here too. I want to bring Serena. Just because we have Triple Axle and we can break through Mimikyu's disguise. You know what? Serena does really well here actually too. Let's go for it. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see my opponent leads here. I'm just thinking of the last game I decided to go against my Trick Room routes. It didn't turn out so well for me, so I think by actually going the Trick Room route and playing towards the strengths of this team is the optimal thing to do here. So they lead reasonably fast, right? So maybe there wasn't a need to go for they can Muddy Water here. And they can Rock Slide. You know what? I feel like a Wide Guard on Stack is good to go for here, and I feel like Trick Room on Calyrex is also an interesting lead, right? A little different than our... that Intimidate does suck a bit. Not to worry. We have a few viable switch-ins. So, Wide Guard is definitely a good option here. So we're going to go for it, and we're going to try to get Trick Room out. One thing I'm worried about here is a double up into Calyrex. But let's just see how my opponent plays here. Alright. Wide Guard's off. If it's Muddy Water It is Muddy Water, okay. So that was a nice use of the Wide Guard for sure. And it's EQ. So we're protected by the EQ, and they're just gonna... Do they damage themselves? They do too. That's a reasonable amount of damage onto their own Pokemon, and we get Trick Room up, so pretty good spot here, regardless that we are -1 attack. And is it gonna be... It's bulky Tapu, okay. So here I think we're pretty free to... I mean Rock Slide and Glacial Lance look pretty darn free to me, so let's go for it. What happens when you Wide Guard against Earthquake? It results in them just damaging their own Pokemon, right? So they withdraw Landorus. Rangaroo, okay. Pretty good damage on both there. It was a good switch by my opponent too, right? I'm just kind of preserving that Lando. And they get to recycle Intimidates too. Good damage again. Okay, so Tapu had to respect our Wide Guard, and they go for a Moonblast. And we take that really well. Here, depending on how slow a Rangaroo is, I feel like a Rock Slide and does a Rangaroo get access to Wide Guard? From a quick scan, it doesn't look like it, so I think we're free to Glacial Lance and Rock Slide again here. Hope I'm not wrong with that. Okay, yeah, good. So that's the Tapu avoided that, right? Oh, no, it was the Oranguru. Darn. We still get the Glacial Lance off, so this should be a double KO. Boosting Calorex's attack stat to +1, so when they bring their Landorus back in, we should just be at neutral, right? Which, you know, that's fine, we're Life Warped. Yeah, really different lead for me here, but quite imposing right off the start, right? You know, that wide guard was, it was neat to see that tech kind of in action. So they bring their own Calyrex out, and Landorus. Now the question here is, do they protect on the Landorus? And how bulky is their Calyrex, and how slow is their Calyrex, right? So I'm intrigued here. 2 turns of Trick Room. You know, Stack Attack is going to be slower than anything. And we're Focus Sashed, so I think here I want to Rock Slide. And I really want a Glacial Lance too. Let's go for it. I'm not sure what answer they have here. It could just be Protect. Okay, we get the Rock Slide off and it's into both. Is it Weakness Policy, Calyrex? Okay, we get a flinch and it's not. So we use our own Glacial Lance. We got a flinch there too. This was very lucky. So that takes care of their Landorus. Now there's 1 turn of Trick Room left. I'm wondering what they went for there too, right? Whether it was Glacial Lance. I'm gonna guess it might have been a high horsepower. Who do we have in the back? Oh, we have Torkoal in the back, so regardless we should be okay. Let's go for... I mean, Gyro Ball's not going to do a whole lot. Let's go Rock Slide. And... high horsepower in this position, I think, is the play to make. That flinch was pretty lucky on our side there last turn too, right? Another flinch. Oh dear. We had some seriously good RNG rolls there for sure. Gonna look for that moving forward here in these next few games just to see if that trend continues on or if it turns around for us. We're going to check out their team here quickly. It was White Herb. Huh. Low speed. They had Protect, Glacial Lance, Seed Bomb, and high horsepower. So it's interesting to see Seed Bomb on Calyrex too, right? I don't know how common that is now. I started using it a little while back when it wasn't so popular. Alright, let's look for another one here. I need to plug my my laptop in. Okay, Fast Horse team. Interesting team comp. I wonder if their stack is min speed. Because I know how hard it is to get a min speed stack. Mine's close. I see fake out potential here too, so, in case of emergency, bring Tapu. And I think we do want to go. I think we do want to go for Trick Room in this position. And Calyrex is obviously going to come here. And then, I do really like Torkoal here. I'm just worried about their stack being min speed. I am a little nervous about Mamoswine. But we don't bring Zapdos here. And, there can be a debate made for Serena, for sure. But I think leading Tapu is going to be good enough for us, right? To negate some potential fake out shenanigans. So let's go Torkoal in the back. They do have wide guard access too. I'm realizing that now. I'll just have to be selective with my my move choices and try to get that Mienshao out of there as soon as possible. If they don't, I'm expecting them to lead Mienshao actually. Let's see if that prediction holds true. Not sure what's going on here. We have a black screen. Communication with the other trainer was interrupted. I hope that's not on my end. Let's see if it was on my end. It shouldn't have been, right? Yeah. Okay. I think it clocked us in for a win. So, I was a little nervous about that lead too, right? Okay, we see a Reshiram team. Fascinating. With some pretty common supporting casts. So here, right out of the gate, I see fake out, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to avoid being faked out. I think that's the proper terminology for that. Okay, let's get Calyrex in here as well. And then who do we bring in the back? It's not gonna be Serena. Probably not Zapdos. Actually, is it Zapdos? No, I feel like it's Torkoal. We're gonna go Torkoal. Alright. Oh, they were already ready for me too. They know what they're doing. Wonder if we'll see a lead of Reshiram and Urshifu right off the bat here. Black screen again? Okay, good. I was starting to think it might have been on my end too. And it just is an Urshifu and Reshiram lead. Okay. So, what am I worried about? I'm worried about Urshifu, for sure. I just don't want there to be some surging. That is Water Urshifu, by the way. So if I'm my opponent, I'm probably going to target the stack. So let's ally switch and Trick Room. I'm going to Surging Strike. They're probably Surging Strikes into my stack spot, right? I would think so. Okay, it is Surging Strikes. Let's see who they targeted here. Okay, it wasn't a stack. Is this even enough to KO Tapu? It's not, and we're going to switch out here. And then who do we bring in is the question. I want to say we bring in Huh. I want to bring in Calyrex, I think. I'm a little concerned. I haven't seen too many Reshurams running around. Like, is it a bad idea to bring in Calyrex here? Probably. So let's bring in Torkoal. Just to see. So this way we have Calyrex in the back in case we need to get another Trick Room up. And we also have Tapu, just for that element of surprise. I'm intrigued to see what they go for here. It's probably going to be into the stack spot. If it's a single targeting move, it's Earth Power. Into Torkoal. That is so close to a one-shot, it's not even funny, right? So now here they can just Aqua Jet, right? I'm not in a great position. Rock Slide, and I want to protect here. Because if I'm my opponent, I'm going to go Aqua Jet into... Oh. Really? Okay. That's probably a pretty clever move just to... Well, again, to bring down my Stack's attack stat. But now I'm not so worried about Torkoal fainting, right? I can get a Heat Wave off, which, you know, isn't great. But or I can go Earth Power next turn, too. So we get Rock Slide off, which is, you know, always good. Let's see if they Earth Power into... Oh, they flinch. We have gotten so lucky with the flinch stack. You're amazing. Rock Slide and... I mean... I'm still worried about that Urshifu kicking around in the back. I think I'm going to go Earth Power here into the Reshiram slot. Because I'm not so worried about Torkoal, but... Sorry, I'm not so worried about stack, because we have Focus Sash. But, you know, I want to get a little mileage out of my Torkoal. I hope they remember Psychic Terrain's up. Yeah, they didn't. That's unfortunate. For them. So we get that off. That's good damage into both. Okay, it's Bulky Berry Incin. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Oh no, Citrus. Okay. Earth Power goes off, and that's not enough for a KO. And we... Stack, you're amazing. What is that, 4 flinches in a row on our Rock Slide? That's just unsubstantiable. We'll go Earth Power into the Incineroar spot here. Oh, they withdraw Reshiram. Who do they bring in? Rillaboom. That's fascinating. So now I think the play here... Oh. Okay, so... We hit on the Incin, and is that a crit? It's not. So we do get an Earth Power off into... the Rillaboom spot here. What I want to do is... Yeah, I think I want to switch it. Although we have a defense boost onto stack here, right? Which can be very valuable just looking forward to the... not looking forward, looking ahead to the... Urshifu switch in here, right, with Surging Strikes. This is a tricky spot for sure. I think this is the last turn of Trick Room too, right? Yeah, it is. Let's think here. So, if I'm my opponent, what am I at? -1 attack, +1 defense. See, my attack output just isn't great, right? It's probably going to be Aqua Jet actually into Torkoal, right? I'm I'm tempted to go for Rock Slide and then switch Torkoal out into Tapu, right? Because, yeah, that's not a bad play because we have a defense boost on stack and the sun is up, so their Urshifu's kind of at a disadvantage here as far as attack damage output, and now their Rillaboom can't glide or fake out. Okay, and they do go for fake out. We get Rock Slide off and it connects on both. Another crit and another flinch. Stakataka is busted. So here... Oh, did the harsh sunlight just fade? Okay, it did too, right? I don't know my damage calcs for this, but I'm gonna Trick Room on Stakataka, and then I'm going to get Torkoal back in just to dampen the damage from Surging Strikes. I don't know what this will do. We're +1 defense in the sun. Let's see if we can survive a Surging Strikes and get Trick Room off. A little risky play here, but hey. If I'm my opponent, I'm going to cycle out Rillaboom here anyway too, right? I wonder. Maybe not. So Drought goes up. And into Surging Strikes. I wonder if they doubled into stack here. Okay, this is going to be enough to hang on. Like, we took less than 50%, right? And his U-turn into the Torkoal. Okay, I'm okay with that because Trick Room goes up and we get a free switch into Calyrex, right? I guess we get to see, I mean, obviously going to be Reshiram, right? Okay, Trick Room goes off. Excellent. I mean, Calyrex looks pretty good here. Let's bring Calyrex out. Stack for me for these last 2 games. It's been incredible. Okay, so we're free to just Rock Slide. And then I'm going to Seed Bomb too, because it looks like this Urshifu had some pretty good bulk investment. And we still have possibility for... Oh. I really wish we could have played that out. Neat to see Reshiram for sure. I wanted to see how much bulk was in that Urshifu too. Okay, we can't. We're gonna get one more battle in here. We'll squeeze another one in. Just because there's not many days left. 4,757. Okay. Yeah, just because there's... I don't know when the series closes. Is it... Like, will we still be able to battle competitively tomorrow? I feel like yes, for some of the day. And again, I apologize if you can hear my fans extremely loud right now. We're using a little gaming laptop, and it's quite loud. So we're a reasonably high-ranking opponent. Okay. I see a Mungus. I do. My Torkoal is slower than a Mungus, which is good. So we need to bring Torkoal here. We want to get Trick Room up. They have possibility to reverse Trick Room with their Bronzong. I see that. They have Fake Out. the obvious bring is Calyrex here, right? Just because there's such good coverage with my moves. Serena? You can make a case for Serena here too, though, right? And Zapdos, actually. I am going to go Calyrex. Got pretty consistent with these four, right? Serena and Zapdos come out on rare occasions, but again, like I always say, when they do come out, it's memorable. Okay. Urshifu. This is dual water lead. I do not like this lead. We're in a bad position here, folks. I want a wide guard. And then I want to switch. I know this sounds crazy. I want to switch Torkoal in here to get the sun up. I don't really have a great option to get Trick Room off here, right? Do I? No. I'm going to wide guard. I'm going to Energy Ball into... Oh shoot, it wasn't Water Urshifu. I just made a huge error. Okay. It is Water Spout. I should have targeted into the Kyogre spot there. It's Wicked Blow into Tapu. We survive and we switch out, right? So it wouldn't have mattered who we targeted there regardless. Wide guard was pretty optimal, right? We're gonna bring Calyrex in now, though. Yeah, so we need to get Trick Room off. I think it's debatable, right? I feel like here I should try to go down to Sash on Stack. Because if I'm my opponent and they know I have Wide Guard, there's a good chance that they just single target, right? If that's possible, if they're not scarfed. We're going to try to get the Trick Room off. And... I mean, Seed Bomb here is a good option. Yeah, we're gonna Seed Bomb in that spot. I don't know if they switch out Kyogre here. We'll see. If they go for another Water Spout, that's very greedy. Okay, they take stacked. Oh, okay, now, yeah. That's game over because of that crit, right? Now their move's going to target into stack, unfortunately. Oh, this was not optimal. Yeah, see, that close combat was definitely into the Calyrex spot, right? So now who do I have left in the back? Nobody who can win me this game. I have Torkoal, and I have Tapu. So in that situation, I should have went for Trick Room on Stack, and then switched Torkoal in, preserved Calyrex, gotten the sun up, taken less damage, and I don't know how the crit there mattered. That would not have KO'd otherwise. Or I guess I could have gone for Wide Guard, and then... Okay, we hang on with both. It's Wicked Blow into Tapu. Yeah, you know, there's not even a sliver of a chance that we win this game here. That was just poor playing on my end for sure. Torkoal, you're a beast. And we get a burn. You know what? I'm just gonna get Torkoal out of here. Just to show the respect I have for Torkoal as a Pokemon. Torkoal, you're great. But we're gonna run away. Yeah, that was a commanding lead by my opponent. Huge misplay by me at the start there too, not targeting into the Kyogre with Energy Ball. You know, eject button didn't serve a great purpose there. My lead was poor. I should have led Calyrex and Stack, and then switched Stack or Calyrex into Torkoal, gotten Trick Room up, and went from there. We're gonna get another one because that one was really quick too. And I don't want to leave the battle series playing so poorly in my final game there, so I'm gonna try to play a little more optimally here. You know, I'm okay with losing, but losing because of unforced errors or misplays, right? That's not something I enjoy doing. Like, you know, trying to make the best play possible always is more my MO. Okay, so we have a chance to get revenge on Kyogre here. Interesting team comp. It's cool to see Whimsicott on this team. I mean, I guess I'm so used to seeing Tornadus, Tornogre, Whimsicott, Ogre. They have potential for Trick Room here, actually. There's been a lot of Whimsicotts carrying Trick Room lately that's been really throwing people off. I mean, do we still go for it? Yeah, so we're gonna lead Stack and Tapu. We are gonna bring Torkoal. I know they have their Chandelure, and you know, by bringing Torkoal, I'm kind of powering it up. Calyrex here, yeah. Same 4 again. I think it's the right bring here, right? God, we just led so poorly last turn. I should have recognized that. I guess maybe I it's hard to tell which Urshifu is which right off the bat, like in team preview. I can't tell whether or not it's water or dark. Let's see who they lead here. It's Whimsicott and Serena. Dual grass. So I wonder if they don't Trick Room here. They reverse my Trick Room. I'm not really worried about Serena KOing Stack in this situation, so I think I'm pretty free to. I'm gonna Trick Room. And I'm gonna target into their Whimsicott. Just like, Whimsicott, what are you doing right now? Like, do you have Trick Room? That's my question. So if I can make them set up Trick Room for me, that would be great. I just don't have that information, right? Does Serena scare me a little bit? But I just don't know what this Whimsicott's doing. It's probably Focus Sash too. So you know, we're gonna target into it. Hey, Tailwind. Okay. It's High Jump Kick. That's fine. We'll survive with Sash, right? Good. It's Life Orb Serena. We get the Psychic off into Whimsicott, and then we get Trick Room up, so not a bad turn. I just need to hit my Rock Slides here. And then I'm going to target into the Serena here as well. We miss. Who do we miss? Are you kidding me? We missed the Whimsicott. That's really unfortunate. That wasn't enough to KO either. Oh, they flinch. And then they reverse the Trick Room. So we're back to square one. What are we going to do? We're going to Trick Room. And we're going to ally switch, hoping that they don't split the damage here. I mean, is that greedy? Okay, what else could we do? Tailwind's up. They're really fast. Trick Room, and we're gonna ally switch. I wonder if they have Taunt on Whimsicott as well. Okay, we get the ally switch off, which is great. Because we hadn't revealed that starting out, which was important. It's Moonblast into who? Okay. Now the question is here, does stack... Looks like Moonblast, so they probably split the damage there, right? So stack's probably going to get targeted here. So if stack goes down, then we bring Calyrex in. Calyrex can get Trick Room up. Yeah, I think that's the play. And they still, like... I mean, they still have the restricted in the back. I really needed to hit that. You know what? I deserved to miss that Rock Slide because of all the flinches I had early on. Let's see, Grassy Glide into who? We get Trick Room up. And they KO themselves. Okay. Trick Room goes up. Great. So here, oh, it's Chandelure. Fascinating. So I'm really glad Torkoal's not out on the field right now. We are gonna high horsepower. And Chandelure, I always feel like Chandelure has Levitate, but I know it doesn't, right? Chandelure doesn't get...
Yogo Canadian Harvest, a rich and creamy yogurt.
Yogurt. Okay, no, it doesn't get access to Levitate, so we're gonna go high horsepower and we're gonna go Rock Slide. I wonder if it has like Shadow Sneak. We connect on both the Rock Slides, which is great. So that gets Whimsicott out of there barely, right? Holy. And now we should be slower than this. We get the Beast Boost going on. Great. High horsepower. And that's just enough to take it out. Okay. So now it's a 4v1. And we still have ample turns of Trick Room left, correct? 2. And their Tailwind's out. So unless this is like really slow Ogre in the back, or like did they bring Kyogre here? You would think yes, right? They did, okay. So they're in an interesting spot here. How many turns of Trick Room? So there's 3. Okay. And we have Torkoal and Tapu Lele in the back. You know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna go for Seed Bomb. And I'm gonna go for Wide Guard, because if I'm my opponent right now, you know, what's their win con to go for spread moves to get 4 KOs, right? And the battle was cancelled. Okay. Well, at least we ended on a positive note, playing a little better. I'm still a little I'm disappointed in myself for my performance in that last game. My leads were terrible the game prior to this. We're gonna check their battle team. So Citrus Berry, no speed investment, but Shadowed was base 80 speed, but 200 speed, so 50, 100, so they were pretty near min speed, right? Let me do a little check here. No, they weren't min speed. Min speed would have them coming in at level 100. They'd be 148. They didn't bring their Incineroar. Thank you. See, and that's like the redundancy of Incineroar with a Kyogre team, because you're hindering your Flare Blitz output, right? I mean, I guess I had Torkoal in the back there too, so I could have brought up the Sun, then really makes their Incineroars hit hard. There's your Tailwind. They did have Taunt. Trick Room and Moonblast. Water Spout, Origin Pulse. Protect and Thunder, okay. That's Thunder, Hurricane, Volt Switch, and Protect. What item do they have on there? They have Pressure, Not Static, and Safety Goggles. Citrus, Life Orb, AV, Focus Sash, Sea Incense. Cool. Really cool. Alright guys, well, I think that we're going to call it there for today. We're just going to update our rank. You know, it's not going to be super high to end this season, but, you know, started out pretty high, so we're okay with that. My record doesn't, I feel like my record doesn't accurately portray how well this series has gone for me. You know, I've been trying out some neat teams, some niche teams, which is nice to see at the top of the ladder here, or near the top of the ladder. Right, 25 and 19. I'm going to try to squeeze a few more in tomorrow before this series is over, because I have really enjoyed this series. What I'm currently working on is going to be a Palkia team. Okay, I'll talk you through this. So this Palkia team, the star of this team is Klefki. Now I know what you're thinking. Klefki, what a terrible Pokemon. Who would ever use Klefki? Well, Klefki has Prankster, right? And with Rain Dance, Reflect, and Light Screen, and then Foul Play to use your opponent's attack against them, Klefki, you know, with minimal damage output, you know, you think of Gothitelle, right? That's been somewhat popularized as of late with no attacking moves. Klefki for me sets up the Rain, and the Rain in turn hampers fire damage onto Celesteela and Klefki itself, right? And then it also enables me to get my Thunder off of my Reuniclus. We'll talk about Mimikyu in a minute. And then Melodic. Melodic is pretty bulky, right? And we look at our special attack stat, it's not very high. With competitive, because of all the Incineroars running around, we can, you know, there's a lot of Intimidate users. Intimidate is one of the best abilities in the game, don't get me wrong, it's fantastic. But with competitive, it boosts our special attack when another stat is lowered. And then we also have the Rain that's going to be up too for Scalds, so pretty high hitting Scalds. And then there's that tech for burns on Scalds too, 30%. We have Coil, Recover, and Hypnosis. You know, I've ran into a few Melodics, and for me, they're a lot to go through. I get that there's a lot of Regielekis running around too that do really well into Melodics. So, you know, what is there a need for on this team? I take a lot of damage from electric types on my Celesteela and my Melodic, so that's something I need to look at, right? Where I can have Trick Room on Reuniclus, Mimikyu, and Palkia if I need to. So Palkia is really offensive. I'm thinking about throwing an AV Vest on Palkia. So this is the team that I have in the lab currently that I'm working on. It's just really enabled by Klefki, right? Where you know, we take reduced damage on Celesteela and Klefki. Klefki also enables Reuniclus to hit your Thunders pretty hard, right? Does Klefki do anything for Mimikyu? That's a question. I guess the Reflect and Light Screen, but that's for the whole team. Klefki powers up Melodic's Scald. And Klefki also powers up Palkia's Hydro Pump. And if we look at Palkia's special attack, it's 438. That's pretty good. We think of the highest special attackers in the game. Immediately my head goes to Stakataka, who max speed, max special attack, beneficial nature. You know, it's hitting at 489. So Palkia is not too far behind. And then with the rain bonus, you know, there is potential for some pretty hard hitting attacks there. Now, I know that we are going into Dynamax form. Is coming up this next series, so there's going to be a lot of rain stuff or weather stuff happening. So I need to be prepared for that, right? I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, that's what's in the lab right now. Whether or not this team makes it onto the big stage is another question, but I just wanted to show you guys what was going on. So if you like this video, honorable mentions to this team, Tapu Bulu. I've just always thought it was a pretty cool Pokemon, but I haven't looked into using it too much. I haven't given it an honest effort. So potentially you'll see Tapu Bulu coming up. But for this next series, I don't know what team I'm going to use starting out. This team still needs a lot of work. So hopefully we get time to put some work in there. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video today. Yeah, thank you very much.